morning, Germany. I'm McKenna Andrew, and today we have a jam-packed episode in store for you. Not only will we be giving you our upcoming weather expectations, I will also be giving you the rundown for our upcoming year. First, we will be discussing Germany's weather status. Germany was faced with heavy rains and periods of interchanging between hot and cold temperatures this summer. Germany, be prepared for weather fluctuations in the future due to climate change. So before packing your bags for vacation, first do some research. Lucky for you, I'm here to help you pack the appropriate clothing so you can have the best vacation possible. First, the weather in summer is quite warm with sunny temperatures ranging from 21 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. Make sure you bring light clothing and sunscreen, but don't forget a rain jacket and umbrella because precipitation is also big during June, July, and August. Second, the weather in fall during the months of September, October, and November are great times to visit if you are in search of the largest folk festival in Germany, otherwise known as Oktoberfest. Fall's weather is pleasant with golden sunny days, but just as in spring, it can be very unpredictable, bringing cold rain or temperatures ranging from 1 degree Celsius to 19 degrees Celsius. The weather in winter during December, January, and February can be quite brutal with temperatures ranging from 5 degrees Celsius to negative 5 degrees Celsius. So be sure to pack your bag with the appropriate clothing. Lastly, March, April, and May are usually anywhere from the average temperatures of 1 degree Celsius to about 19 degrees Celsius. Since spring is so unpredictable, sun can quickly change to rain or hail. Now for this week's weather. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are sure to be sunny, with temperatures anywhere from 22 to 39 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, Thursday is sure to be sunny and clear, but also has predicted 60% precipitation. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are most likely to be mostly cloudy with light rain with precipitation estimates of 50 to 60%. Also, be prepared for next week because clouds are to grow thicker and rain is to surge with precipitation levels from 70 to 80%. Next, to Gutenberg and Julia to discuss Germany's most recent country developments.
And now for some recent developments in the German news scene. Tourism in Bavaria, Germany has recently hit its stride with 90 million hotel beds being booked in the year 2016. This increase in tourists has given Bavaria a generous boost in its economy. The Bavarian Tourism Ministry states that visitors to the state spend 35 billion euros a year, and around 500,000 people in Germany make their living off of tourism. One category of the tourism industry that was massively successful were the spas and health retreats, making up a quarter of all overnight bookings. Although tourism was an overall success, some areas did not experience the same fluctuation due to tourists and travelers having fear for their safety and security due to the recent terrorism in our world.
And in more breaking news, recently an airport was closed and 10 flights were delayed when there was various reports of a strange smell accompanied by nausea and eye discomfort. Firefighters later revealed that an unnamed prankster is suspected to release a gas in the hall's ventilation system, causing the quick spread of the substance. This has been a popular prank in many schools in the local area. Authorities ruled that this was no way an act of terrorism, but just a prank taken too far.
Now on to our last piece of countrywide news. New President-elect Frank-Walter Steinmeier won his title this Sunday. Mr. Steinmeier's campaign addresses a wide variety of issues, including the left-behind or underappreciated parts of our community. But one of his main platforms was his stance as an anti-Trump president. Across our country, there is wide confusion about what a president of Germany actually does, but I'm here to tell you. Basically, the president is the head of the state, and although this is a prestigious position, most of the power and decision-making is left to the chancellor. The main role of the president is to uphold the law and constitution, but generally remains politically neutral. The president's overall most important role is to be the face of Germany at home and abroad. Thank you.
I'm Rhianna Liebel, coming to you live from Julia's house with the EU News. First, there are some things you should know about the European Union. First being that there are 4 main institutions running it: the European Commission, the European Parliament, the Council of the European Union, and the Court of Justice. Also, any citizen living in a country involved in the EU is an EU citizen. Out of all 28 countries in the EU, Germany has the largest population of any of them, with 96 members of the EU living there. Germany has a chance to provide a counterbalance to British objections to a unified policy by putting our influence in the service of the security policy to accomplish a stronger EU and also a more European Germany. Germany is greatly involved in the EU, but according to Henry Kissinger, Germany is too big for Europe, it's too small for the world. But luckily for Germany, this is not true at all. Germany is tremendously proactive part of the EU, making it more than big enough for the world, but still small enough for its neighbors. Now on to Annalise with the NATO news.
Thanks, Rihanna. First, we'll start with some background information on NATO. The role of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is to protect the freedom and safety of the countries paired with the organization through military and political establishments. NATO has also been recently involved in crisis management and peacekeeping, according to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. NATO has been involved in fighting back against terrorism and terrorist attacks, training military forces in multiple countries, as well as helping re-establish supportive governments in peace in struggling countries. NATO helps countries peacefully end disagreements and promotes trust and stability in all of its member countries. The country of Germany has been a member of NATO since the year of 1955. At the time, Germany was divided in two, East Germany and West Germany, as a result of the Soviet Union occupying the East and the French, American, and British countries occupying the West. West Germany became a part of NATO shortly after the French, British, and American troops withdrew their military forces from the land. However, in 1990, Germany was once again reunified as one single country, and all of Germany was included as a member of NATO. Before the reunification, West Germany helped NATO immensely during the Cold War, providing military forces, planes, and helping other countries regain stability. NATO's own Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, recently recognized Germany's contributions to NATO and highlighted the key points. He pointed out Germany's aid in the Baltic Air Policing Mission and its leading role in the new High Readiness Joint Task Force, as well as its immense help establishing NATO's presence in the Aegean Sea area, where NATO has been trying to cope with the immigrants and refugee crisis. The Secretary General Stoltenberg also expressed his appreciation for Germany's eagerness to be of more help and have more involvement in current and future missions. And now we're going to transfer over to Jessica for business.
Jess Gonzalez here to present you with your stock full of daily news. In business news, 2016, our trade surplus reached a record 252.9 billion euros, exporting goods worth about 1,207.5 billion euros, and importing at 954.6 billion euros. It has been the largest gap in exports and imports in Germany's history. These exports include vehicles, machines, pharmaceuticals, and oil. Though Volkswagen is indeed the highest performer, investments aren't looking too sharp. In 2015, they had to cut 30,000 jobs due to an emissions scandal. They claimed they met the required standards for released emissions into the environment. Later it was reported that their statement was false, causing it to lose over 22% of its original value. Shares fell more than 24% at 126.7 euros. Production in the United States was halted to make up for the clients who were forced to return their cars. Though they are indeed recovering, it is a difficult climb for them. That's all for your business news today. On to Julia for your sports.
And now into sports. The most popular sport in Germany is football, or as they call it in the States, soccer. The German soccer league is called Bundesliga, and it is one of the most famous in all of Europe. Tens of thousands of fans come to support their favorite team every weekend. After a recent win in the World Cup of Brazil, our German team has been very successful. As far as our men's team's upcoming schedule goes, we take on England on March 22nd and Azerbaijan on the 26th. I hope to see you all there to support your country. The second most popular sport in Germany right now is golf, but this game is targeted towards mainly the wealthier citizens, as it has become very expensive to play. Most clubs require a membership or a substantial fee for participants. Whether it is golf or football, our German athletes will never disappoint. And now, back to McKenna to wrap up today's newscast.
That's all for today, folks. No puns today. German puns are the worst. Sorry, I tried to contain myself.